Hey guys, my name's Andy. I'm a Canadian eBay seller and it's a bit of a different video this time around. I thought I'd showcase some of the items that sold over the weekend. Usually the process is to grab a few and ship a few at a time, some in the morning, some in the afternoon, some in the evening, and then it doesn't quite build up as much, but for the sake of the video I decided just to pick everything at once, and then I can go through it if people are interested. You'll be able to see one item at a time. I'll maybe give a little blurb about each thing, and if that doesn't interest you, then click on to the next video. Thanks for checking it out. So this is the pile of things that we sold. There's about 6 things that I didn't grab. Sometimes if I do a full scan and I still can't see it, then I just kind of set it to one side. We've got enough shipping to be getting on with here, but I'll show you one thing at a time for anyone who wants to see that. Okay, hopefully this is okay. Sorry if the light's a bit weird, but I didn't feel like holding the phone the whole time. So first up, the movies that sold. Tropic Thunder. This one sold last week, and then it came back because the guy had used a piece of punctuation as part of his postal code, so I relisted it and it sold again. American Flyers with Kevin Costner. I've never even heard of this, but looks like a cycling movie. I can't remember what everything sold for, and I'm not going to look them up and put them up, but this is just to showcase the things that sold. And today is June 24th. Prometheus. I watched this in IMAX when it came out, but I hadn't seen the Alien movies before it, so it didn't 100% make sense to me, but it visually looked very impressive. Sports Champions. I actually can't believe that sold because we have so many copies of that. That must be the most common PS3 game there is. But hey, listed for sale and somebody might need it. You Only Live Twice. You Only Live Twice, but we only sold it once. Classic James Bond movie. Harvest Moon, Magical Melody. Any Harvest Moon fans out there? Drop a comment below. Disturbia on Blu-ray. So sometimes if Blu-rays don't have a DVD, then I don't really list them for sale unless it's a good one. This one's sealed, but it almost looks like it's been stood in a window or something because it's a bit faded. Maybe the artwork's supposed to be like that. City Slickers. Next up, The Collapse. That kind of looks weird. I don't usually list horror movies, but that one did sell. The Butterfly Effect with Ashton Kutcher. Days of Thunder. I actually wanted to watch this one because I've never seen it. I'm not sure if it's good. Looks like a racing movie. Chain Reaction. I've not seen that one either. Keanu. Furry Vengeance. This one sold like 2 minutes after I listed it. Defending Your Life. Never heard of that. Probably because I don't watch many Meryl Streep movies. The End of the Affair with Ralph Fiennes. Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen. When I was listing that, Victoria said, "Oh, I love that movie." And it sold pretty quickly, so I guess it must be a good one. Ozzy the Koala. Is that a horror movie? No, I thought he had red eyes, but it looks like a kid's movie. Wedding Crashers. This one looks like a horror movie as well. Slither. Weird. Pulp Fiction, the collector's edition. That's pretty nice. I put it as acceptable condition because the corners were a bit white, but it's got kind of a thing that slips out. And a lot of people like that movie. The Page Master, Macaulay Culkin's other famous movie besides Home Alone. Home Alone is one of our Christmas movies. Like I'm sure everyone else has that too, but we never go to Christmas without watching Home Alone. This one's heavy for a Blu-ray at least. It's got 3 discs in it. Race to Witch Mountain. I don't know if they ever figured out which mountain they were racing to, but here we go. Ocean's 11. I'm pretty sure I've seen Ocean's 11, 12, and 13, but I think Ocean's 11 is the best one. College Unrated, that looks very 2000s of a movie. Carlito's Way. I've never seen this one before. Al Pacino. This one's really cool. Like the steelbook for this, Canada versus Russia. Sorry about that. I was leaning my phone against some kind of Lego creation and I left my phone holder at the store. Yeah, Canada versus Russia, steelbook. But the issue is one of the discs is missing. I made sure to put that in the title and the description and the photos. But this case is so nice. So it's got 2 of the 3 discs. Hopefully somebody can find the 3rd disc for that. It was at a low enough price that it was a good deal for somebody. That is all the movies. Well, the ones I grabbed at least. Okay, next up, CDs. Carolyn Dawn Johnson, Room with a View. Goo Goo Dolls, A Boy Named Goo. I guess that boy is Goo. Shakira, Laundry Service. Christina Aguilera. What's the name of this one? I guess it's self-titled. That must be her first album. This is a movie as well. The Iron Giant, disc only. Our Lady Peace, Clumsy. I don't really know many songs by that band, but my friend really likes them. A few of these sold. Reader's Digest. Because they're thick like this, they have to be sent as a package and it makes the shipping a bit more expensive for people, but the discs are mostly, all of them are mint condition, these Reader's Digest ones that we got. So somebody bought a few of those. The Many Sides of Country, that's a double. Kings of Country, so one person bought all 3 of those together. Classic Country, Sing Me a Hank Williams Song. That is my best American accent. Quite a lot of the time people say, oh, I like your British accent. Can you sound like you're from North America? Sometimes I can a little bit and sometimes I can't. But I've got like a hybrid accent now, so British people say, oh, you sound North American. But yeah, it's hard to do. It's hard to remember what my accent actually sounds like anymore. Tracy Chapman. Self-titled, The Best of Van Morrison. And if you notice any cracks in these cases, we're usually just switch them out before they go, unless it's very tiny and we've shown it in the pictures. The Best of Jackson 5. Roy Acuff. I don't even know who that is, but somebody's getting that. Jerry Lee Lewis. This was interesting. It's sealed, and I noticed it says made in Israel. The Piano Man. People collect different versions of albums. When it's a artist that they like, then they like to get a few different versions. Like one of these tapes that sold. What one's that? Oh yeah, Petra. Somebody's obviously a Petra fan because they bought these 2 different versions. You'll notice on the right, it's got text at the bottom of the tape. On the sides, they're a different color. The top one is SSC0057 and the bottom one is SSC8057. And then the sleeves look different too. So somebody wanted both copies. Aerosmith Rocks. I'm not sure if it's the Canadian version, but a lot of the ones that we get have this white text at the bottom. I'm not sure if that was something that they did a certain year or if that's just a Canadian thing. David Meese, Candle in the Rain. David Meese! Janis Joplin's Greatest Hits. JJ. Raga Heat. 16 Raga Hits and Reggae Classics. So yeah, if you're watching this and you're somebody who bought one of these items, thanks very much for your purchase. If you're somebody that wants to support our channel, please check out our eBay store. We have 40,000 items listed at the moment on eBay. Ian Fleming on Her Majesty's Secret Service. And we're aiming for 100,000, so there's going to be lots of new stuff. I post stuff pretty much every single day, because this is how much goes out over one weekend. The Saint versus Scotland Yard. These are all items that sold over the weekend. The Old Man and the Sea, Ernest Hemingway. And you'll notice a lot of them are flat, like those ones. They can easily be sent by Canadian letter mail. So that's how we can offer free shipping. 1001 British Columbia place names. Random video game. The Simpsons, Bart versus the Space Mutants for Sega Game Gear. Kind of wish that one didn't sell because I really like that one, but I'll find it again, I'm sure. This is very random. Zeller's vacuum cleaner bags. So I bought a whole bunch of these, and I figured whoever has this model of vacuum is going to want some bags for it. But I'm going to have to reach out to eBay because something malfunctioned and it went to free shipping for the customer. But I checked my listing and it definitely was set to the right weight and size to do calculated shipping. I've seen that once before happen, so we'll see about that. 3 postcards sold. This one is a mile marker on the Trans-Canada Highway, mile 0 in Victoria, BC. So for postcards, I just put them in the scanner, and I make sure that the scanner goes past the edges of the postcard so that people can see the corners. It's just a bit hard to see the back sometimes. I mean, they can read the text, but sometimes it doesn't really show defects on the paper. So I don't think postcard collectors love that a lot. They prefer that I took photos of every single one, but it's a lot easier to just put 100 postcards at a time through our scanner. Okay, a couple of comic books sold. The 10th, that's a Dark Horse comic. I'll just do these sideways, I guess. Legionnaires Under the Sea. These are really nice condition. They've just been kept in these backer sleeves, maybe for their whole life. A book that sold, The Turks and Caicos Islands. Our friends were moving and they were just getting rid of that, so listed it for sale. Yeah, these are bigger items. I'm gonna have to move the camera here, one sec. I'll just hold it for now because there's not that much left. Champagne Jam, Atlanta Rhythm section, including the hit single, Imaginary Lover. Imaginary Lover. I don't know that song, but that's pretty funny. Guitar Classics magazine sold. You'll see there's a big mix of things that we sell. Magazines, books, music, and just whatever collectibles we've got. Spin magazine with a Madonna cover. Downbeat magazine. This is the annual yearbook from 1971. A 2008 Vancouver Canucks calendar. We get a lot of Canucks stuff around here. It's got some writing on it, but somebody must want the pictures from it, I guess. Guitar Extra with this guy on the front. Is that Pat Metheny? I don't know. I actually don't know who that is. But it's the premiere issue. And for these magazines, we put them in sleeves. This one's got a sleeve already, but we have backing boards to keep them flat, and then we cut cardboard boxes to make sure they don't get damaged in the mail. Vogue magazine with the Katy Perry cover. 10 Drowsy Dinosaurs. What a book. That's funny. Let me know if you've ever read 10 Drowsy Dinosaurs before. Okay, rock and roll comic with Guns N' Roses. That's pretty cool. I guess they get up to some misadventures in that. Sports Illustrated Baseball 1986. Who's this guy? Wade Boggs, probably. That's what it says on the cover. Pro Football Illustrated 1977. O.J. Simpson passed away a couple months ago, so we've been selling some magazines that have O.J. on the cover. 100 Greatest Movie Stars of All Time. I'm sure Marilyn Monroe helped to sell that one, being the star of the cover. I got quite a lot of messages about this one as soon as I listed it. Dolly Parton. Weekend magazine from the Vancouver Sun, so it must have been a supplement that they put in the newspaper. Some of them, I noticed it said the Sunday Sun weekend magazine, like this one that sold. I'm not sure who that lady is exactly. Ozzy Osbourne comic, that's like the Guns N' Roses one. Rolling Stone magazine with James Hetfield from Metallica. It's a pretty big magazine, so we'll have to make sure that goes safely, like we do with everything. Guitar One magazine. It still had the sleeve and the card thing in it and the CD that it's supposed to come with. So somebody liked that. Willie Nelson record. The Red-Headed Stranger. I won't even pretend to know what that sounds like. Second greatest wrestler of all time. Look at those sideburns. Come on now. Can you smell what he's cooking?
Get some now! What the Rock is cooking!
And then somebody bought 2 of these. The Food in Canada magazine. This one's October 1942. What's she eating there? Black corn on the cob. And another Food in Canada, March 1943. So they were still putting out these magazines during the war. The guy who bought the Rock WWF magazine bought this one too, with Mankind on the front. Mick Foley Christmas. And then a couple of books sold. 1946 Collier's Yearbook. That's a big one. And then this very, very, very heavy dictionary. I think the shipping was quite high on that one. Webster's. So yeah, a bit different than usual, but I just thought people might be interested to see some of the things that sold. Give the video a like or a thumbs up if you like this kind of thing, and please subscribe to our channel because it really helps us out. Thanks again.